Join us as we explain the impact of the first budget of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's third term.
Your investments, your future. Watch how the budget drives India's Atmanirbhar markets.
From taxes to healthcare, from Manrega to Ayushman Bharat, we bring you all the policy moves.
Get expert insights on how Nirmala Sitharaman's 7th budget affects your finances.
Decode the big numbers and the new policies shaping our nation's future. Tune in to Business Today for Modinomics 3.0 live on Budget Day.
Presented by ICICI Direct, banking partner PNB.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Modinomics 3.0 special edition of Market Today, presented to you by ICICI Direct, a show that will help you understand how to trade in the closing hour of the trade today. 260 points gone, viewers. 24,535. That's the level at which the Nifty is really trading at right now. Slipping further at the day's low point. Remember, today in the morning tick, you saw a new fresh record high number of the Nifty. Through the course of the day, there has been a sharp decline that has taken place, which is now being seen as over 1% cut for the Nifty 50, a 0.7% cut on the Nifty Bank. Across the board, all the sectors are now down in the red. Only support which was being seen by the IT and the FMCG space has also slipped into the red right now. When we look at the all-time high level of today, it was 24,854, beat even for minute minutes. But from that time till now, the current levels show 24,532. There's over 250 to 70, even 300 points of a cut from the high point of the day. That's the kind of route that you're looking at in the markets. Let's actually look at the top stocks that are contributing to the downside. It is Reliance Industries. Lower in trade today and right ahead of its earnings, the stock is down by 47 odd points. Tata Steel, Tata Motors, Bajaj Finance, NTPC, Bharti Airtel are also contributing to the losses on the Nifty today. Barring just about 5 movers on the Nifty in the green, rest of the market within the Nifty has also slipped into the red. Infosys remains in the green after that stellar set of numbers, 2% higher. You have ITC, Asian Paints, Britannia and LTI Mindtree. The rest of the stocks on the Nifty have slipped into the red. Sectorally, I have also told you that all the sectors are down in the red. The sharpest decline is actually coming in on the metal space today. 4% lower in trade, a 3% downtick on oil and gas, autos, infra, Nifty Next 50, realty space, broader markets down by over 2% each, mid and small caps. So it's a broad-based sell-off that you're looking at. Let's welcome our guest on the show. We do have with us Mr. Ruchit Jain, lead research analyst at 5paisa, to help us understand how to fathom this sharp downtick in the markets. We have seen 4 days of consecutive gains on the markets. We were hoping for another day of gains on Friday that could have taken Nifty to 7 straight weekly gain, the longest winning streak for the Nifty. But that is now under question. Your sense, Ruchit?
Yeah, hi, very good afternoon, Sakshi. Well, Sakshi, if we look at last 1 month, then I think post the election results outcome, markets have seen a one-way rally without any meaningful dip or without any meaningful correction. And I think the markets have not only have factored in the election results in this rally, but also markets have been hoping a good budget to come in with this new same government getting continued for the new term. So I think more or less the budget expectations have also been factored in the markets. So we have an overbought setups in the Nifty as well as in the midcap index. In the midcap index, yesterday itself we witnessed a negative crossover from that overbought setups, and the divergence was clearly seen where only IT was the sector which was holding up the index. But now today we have also seen that index have given that negative crossovers, which is a sign of a profit booking. So we expect that the markets have factored in more or less the positive things which could come out in the budget, and hence in the short term we could see some profit booking or some pullback move. First level that we are watching out is 24,500 on the immediate basis, which was yesterday's low, and a support on the lower time frame chart. Once we go, if we go below that 24,500, then 24,200, which is the 20 DMA, can be seen very soon. So we are advising traders to not to be in a hurry form any kind of significant long positions just 2 days ahead of the budget.
Recording in progress.
Over here and rather be watchful the outcome of the budget and how the markets react post that.
Okay, Ruchit, if at all, would you actually give suggestion to buy in this kind of a dip, and where at all in the markets? This is right ahead of the union budget that it is taking place. Many of the investors who still may have the liquidity, still may have the money to pour it into the markets, do you think this dip should be bought into, and where?
So it's actually, it is a buy and dip market. If you are a mid to long term investor, there's no doubt about the longer term trend for the markets. But if you are a short term trader, or even for investment perspective, if you're looking to buy the dip, then we are just 200, 300 points away from the all time high that we have registered today. So we have not got that kind of significant dip. As of now, which should be bought into. So I would wait for some more correction. Maybe if not a significant price-wise correction, then at least a time-wise corrective phase should be there in maybe next 3 to 4 weeks. So until we get significant correction where the risk-reward ratio become favorable, I think one should not be in a hurry just to buy 1 days of dip.
Okay. Any stock ideas that you have come onto your radar in this dip?
Frankly, actually, we have no advice to in fact book profits on the long positions. We have been doing this since last 2 or 3 days. So very few buying no advice are there. I think from a sector perspective, FMCG is only one sector which we believe that no positionally can do well. And maybe if we see any kind of correction in the market, then FMCG could be one space where a relative outperformance could be seen. So stocks such as HUL is there or Marico is there. I think that's where some kind of relative outperformance could be there. But the stocks which have already rallied, where we have already seen a good amount of up move in last 1 month, I think one should look to book profits rather than looking for fresh buying.
Okay, got that. I'll ask you on Infosys also, Ruchit. We did see like a sharp 3.5% uptick in the morning. It's come down off a bit, but the good part is that it's still holding on. Results were robust. Do you think once this overall broad-based rout is over in the markets, Infosys will come back into the winning side?
Yes, I think IT is also one space where price-wise corrections now would be very limited. This sector has underperformed the broader markets a lot in last 3 or 4 quarters, where we have seen a good amount of rally in the markets, but IT stocks have not rallied that, especially the large cap heavyweights have not seen that kind of rally. So I think because of that relative underperformance, the risk reward ratio has been favorable in the IT names for for forming fresh long positions, and that's why we have seen a good rally in the IT stocks, in the large cap IT stocks post TCS results, even post Infosys results. And the kind of market reaction these stocks have given, this clearly indicates that the worst phase seems to be over for these names. Just because ahead of the results, these stocks also have already run up. We look at Infosys, the stock was trading around 1490, 1500 in the mid-June, exactly a month ago. From 1500, the stock has already made a high of around over 1800 today. So I think we could see some minor profit booking or some consolidation. But I think yes, for this sector, I think worst phase is behind. So in case if we get any kind of dips, I think large cap IT names should be in focus to add it to your portfolio. So stocks such as TCS is there, Infosys is there within the IT names. I think if you get any kind of dips along with the markets, then these certainly should be on the focus to add to your portfolio.
Okay, got that. So that's the view coming in on the IT names. Even in the F&O space today, L&T Technology Services is the top mover, 3.2% higher. Infosys is higher in trade. You have Emphasis that's been moving up as well. Apart from this, there is Coromandel International and Page Industries. There are some of the other stocks that are buzzing. ITC. United Spirits. You also have Berger Paints, Asian Paints. The paint stocks are coming back to the fore. Cement stocks like India Cements, they've been continuously rallying in trade. Anything within the F&O pack, Ruchit, that you think that can be seen as a trade that could carry on?
So I think some defensive stocks, such as HUL is there, Britannia is there. Within the FMCG space, one can look for, if one has to look for any kind of buying interest. But from the broader markets, I think as I said that it seems that this is a time of more of a profit booking rather than framing fresh long positions over here.
All right, got that. Well, of course, viewers, the stock that we discussed, Reliance Industries, which is lower in trade and pulling down the markets even lower and is contributing to the maximum points on the lower side on the Nifty today. But Reliance Industries will be coming out with its earnings. It's a 2% downtick on RIL, and today in the evening is when we anticipate the earnings. We are now joined by my colleague Asim to help us understand on both RIL as well as on HDFC Bank. What are the big expectations that we can have today and tomorrow? These two big numbers will be coming in, and again on Monday when we open up, markets will be reacting to these two heavyweight counters. Your sense, Asim, what can one expect on Big Boy, Reliance Industries and on HDFC Bank?
Thanks, Akshi. So RL is likely to report a single-digit fall in its net profit, even as the sales is likely to rise 10 to 12%. The consumer-facing businesses of Reliance Jio and Reliance Retail are likely to do well. On the other hand, oil to chemical business could see some weakness. So MK Global expects a net profit of rupees 15,279 crore in the June quarter, which is down 4.6% year-on-year. Revenue is likely to rise 12% year-on-year to rupees 2.32 lakh crore from rupees 2.07 lakh crore on a year-on-year basis. Kotak Institutional Equity sees profit at rupees 15,819 crore, down 1.2% year-on-year. Sales are seen rising 10.9% year-on-year to rupees 2.30 lakh crore. EBITDA margin is expected at 17.1%. Coming to HDFC Bank, which will be reporting its earnings tomorrow. HDFC Bank is likely to report a decent set of earnings. Brokerage Nomura expects 21% rise in net profit to rupees 14,420 crore. However, the profit is likely to fall 13% on a sequential basis. It expects a 1% quarter-on-quarter fall in Q1 FY25 loan book at rupees 24.65 lakh crore, along with unchanged deposit growth at rupees 23.79 lakh crore. BNP Paribas expects net profit to rise 38.4% to rupees 16,536 crore on a year-on-year basis from rupees 11,952 crore in June 2023 quarter. Revenue is likely to rise 0.1% on a quarter-on-quarter basis from profit of rupees 16,512 crore. Sher Khan sees net profit at rupees 15,272 crore, up 28% year-on-year and down 7.5% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. NII is expected at rupees 29,276 crore, up 24% year-on-year and down 0.7% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Sher Khan said asset quality of the bank is expected to remain broadly stable except in the agri segment. Back to you, Sakshi.
All right, thanks a lot then Asim for all that update. Ruchit, coming back to you, RIL and HDFC Bank, what is the trend suggesting, and should the dips currently we are seeing be bought ahead of earnings?
So not ahead of the earnings, but I think if we get any kind of dip towards 2900, 2950 for Reliance Industries, that could be a good range where buying should be started, because the broader trend for the stock continues to remain positive. We have seen a breakout above this resistance during the end of June, and any kind of previous resistance usually turn to supports when we get dips. So not at current levels, but yes, any dips towards 3000, 3050, I think that should be the range where the risk reward ratio could become favorable to take some buy positions in Reliance Industries.
Okay, got that. Viewers, another very important information for all of you flashing on your screens. You all know how we have done that show for a wide coverage of how Microsoft outage has taken place and has hit across the globe various services, including airline and aviation services. And there is a new update coming in on that, and this is from Microsoft. Microsoft has now indicated, the spokesperson has spoken out and talked about the global outage. They are saying, and I quote, aware of issue affecting Windows devices due to update from third-party software problem. Microsoft spokesperson has also said that we anticipate a resolution is forthcoming. Those are two statements that are coming in from Microsoft. Remember, there was a lot of confusion happening as to where is the issue really emerging from. Why did this global outage after all take place? So now Microsoft in this statement has clarified that this issue is related to the third party software problem. In this case, like we highlighted, Our top tech in-house experts also highlighted for all of you that this is linked to the CrowdStrike, and that is the platform which is the third party platform that Microsoft has, and it is from at this platform where the issue emerged, and therefore that caused a global outage. Now it seems that Microsoft is has narrowed down to where the problem has emerged from, and now therefore they are confident of resolving the issue as of now. Remember, in India, various airports across the country, we have seen aviation services getting delayed, airlines getting delayed, no grounding of aviation or airlines as of now. None of the flights have been reported cancelled because of this, but there are issuing of manual boarding cards that are taking place at this point in time, delays that are taking place at this point in time. All the airlines, major airlines, Air India, SpiceJet, Vistara, Indigo, they have all mentioned that there could be some issues because of the technical glitch that they are facing as of now. As of now, major exchanges, stock exchanges, NSE and BSE have come out with a statement saying that there is no issue that they have faced as of now. But finally, we are coming to know that Microsoft has been able to narrow down the issue too, and this screens seem to be back at the Delhi airports. That's the latest information that's coming in. Remember, we were showing you visuals of airports in India where the screens where you check where exactly your what is your flight number, where is it, what is the status of the flight number, flight you're taking, which is the gate number that you're taking it from. Those big screens, they had stopped working. So that is the exact visual in front of you. 3 screens in recovery mode. There was this blue screen of death being shown to all the users of Microsoft Windows. Those screens seem to be now back. This is the earlier footage. Some of the screens are back. At the gate number 3 also, some of the screens are being seen as revived on that front. So that's the update that we are getting. Coming back to the markets now, let's get an understanding from Ruchit on any BTST or STBT trades that you should be taking as of now, Ruchit.
Frankly, I think I would not initiate any BTST trades today, looking at the market momentum. So follow-up move would be very important in Monday's trading session. If we get a breakdown below the 24,500 and a follow-up selling, then I think we would be heading for a decent, a fast, I would say, short-term correction in the market. So I think today maybe it's not a day to take any carry-forward trades.
Okay, got that. Let's again see some broader market action. Remember, the India VIX is something that we need to take note of. Almost a 2% uptick at 14.7 as of now, viewers. Let's see the broader markets to see where the pain is being seen. Chennai Petroleum. Let's pull up that stock. This is one stock that was sharply higher in the last few days. Today it's down by about 14%. Let's pull up some other runaway sectors. JK Paper, another favorite stock of over the last few weeks that we saw within the paper space when this stock was on a runway move. Again, it's sharply down in trade today. Office Space Solutions was up yesterday, is down today. Umang Dairies consistently was up for many days. Today it's down by 10% Jyoti CNC Automation is down in trade as well. So many such stocks are sharply down. What's holding up? Very few stocks that we can discuss on air. Sky Gold from the gold space is up by 5% odd. You have Mac Power CNC Machines, very rare stocks that we hardly discuss. VST Industries, of course, from the tea coffee space is up by 10.5%. Of course, there's a bonus news. MTLNL is still holding up about 9-10% higher in trade. Orchid Pharma is up by about 10% odd. Navkar Corporation is up within the broader market space. So some such stocks are still holding up. But let's ask Ruchit, the strategy on the mid and the small caps, Ruchit. Pain being seen across the board. What should be the ideal strategy on mid and small caps?
So many mid-cap names which have seen a very sharp rally in last 1 month. I think that's where mainly profit booking has been seen. If I look at the Nifty mid-cap also, index also, it has breached its 20 DMA support and maybe heading towards the 40 DMA on the lower side. So 55,000, 54,800, that's where I think we could see lower levels in the coming week. So it's no better to lighten up some position, at least partial profit booking, if not full. No, should be done at current levels, and no, one should wait for such kind of declines when the index comes around its support, then take some contra trades on the buy side again. But at current levels, I think it would be more prudential to book some profits and take money off the table.
Okay, got that. So that's the view coming in. There is a news update from ONGC, and ONGC is going to be looking at purchasing some stake in Azerbaijan's Azeri Chirag Gunashli oil field. ONGC is going to be looking at $60 million to spend that via a subsidiary to buy that stake coming in. So that's the news coming in. The stock, however, is still lower by about 3.5% in trade. So that's one news that was just coming in. Let's again look at what else we can discuss. ITC, what could be the next target, Ruchit?
So I think 490 to 500 seems that ideally could be seen going ahead. So broadly, this stock has also went through a decent corrective phase in last few months, and gradually a high top high bottom structure has been formed in last 15-20 days. So as of now, short to medium term trend remains positive, and we could see the stock heading towards maybe around 490 to 500.
Okay, got that. So that's the view coming in on ITC right now. Let's also discuss with you some other stocks within the FMCG pack which we have not touched today. Ruchit, we have seen some buying action emerge in HUL on Britannia, some such stocks within the FMCG pack beyond ITC as well. Where do you find confidence beyond ITC within FMCG?
So the HUL would be another name if we have to choose any stock beyond ITC where the momentum could be strong, and relatively the stock has seen a gradual rise in the volumes, which indicates that the buying interest could continue over there. So I think even if we see that correction in the market which we are anticipating, then I think a relative strength could be there in the HUL, and we could see this move getting continued towards 2900 going ahead. So HUL within this entire basket looks quite strong. And that's where if we get any kind of minor declines or even at current levels, a gradual buying can be done at current levels with some room to add space if we get any dips in the HUL.
Fair enough. Noted that. And Ruchit, now we're just about 3 minutes away from the day's close. It is going to be a down day, almost a 270 point downtick on the Nifty across the board. Sharp sell-off across the board, including the banking IT names, which were so far still holding up into the green. Your own sense of how should investors be prepared for the next week now? How will markets open up on Monday? Of course, a lot will also depend on the global news coverage as well. But next week is going to be extremely important because it is going to be the budget week again. What is the strategy that you're advising on both the Nifty Bank and the key stocks that you would think one should keep an eye out on?
So quite important week for us, since we are heading towards that budget. But I think more or less markets have already factored in a lot of positivity from the budget because the expectations have been quite high, post the election results outcome. So we have not seen any kind of decline in the market post the elections outcome, but not till this budget. So I think things have already been factored in. Last two trading sessions, we are already witnessed some signs of profit booking or unwinding of long positions. Nifty on the daily chart is about to close with a bearish pattern on the daily chart, and if such patterns get forms, then there is a possibility of some kind of follow-up selling happening, maybe post budget, if not in next couple of trading sessions. So 24,500 would be important to watch out for on Monday. If we manage to see a follow-up selling after today's move on Monday as well, then the index could approach the 20-day exponential moving average, which is placed around 24,000.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Ruchit, for being with us on this very special edition and sharing all those insights on the markets and the outlook going forward. Viewers, 24,500 remains with us on the Nifty on the closing level. About a 280 point downtick is what you see. Nearly the lowest point of the day is where the Nifty is shutting shop at. 280 points lower. Yes, that seems to be the close. Let's again look at how the Nifty Bank is shaping up towards the end of the session. 1% lower for the Nifty. Let's also look at how the Nifty Bank is shutting shop. It is almost at 52,217, a 0.7% downtick for this one as well. Let's talk about the key sectors that are in the downtick. Metals down by almost 4%. Oil and gas, this was a space that was of course showing us some uptick over the last few odd weeks. 2.7% lower. Realty 2.7% lower. Autos 2.7% lower. Mid caps down by 2.3%. Or small caps down by 2.4%. You have infrastructure, consumer durables, pharma down by 1.5% each. PSU banks down 1.5%. Even the IT space towards the end of the session, this was the one that was up into the green, is lower by about 0.4%. FMCG lower by about 0.3%. Across the board, sharp sell-off. Only 5 stocks remain in the green on the Nifty today. Infosys, ITC, Asian Paints. You also have Britannia and HCL Technologies. 2 of the stocks from the IT pack, 2 from the consumption basket, and Asian Paints again from the consumption basket as well. So FMCG largely and IT that held on to the ground, but still the index level it slipped into the red. L&T Technologies, Infosys, Coromandel, Page Industries, United Spirits continued to held on into the positive zone. But viewers, we've actually had 5 consecutive days of gains, and beyond that we've actually seen the market slip in trade. 24,525, that's the place where the Nifty has seen a freezing of the screen right now. A weak trade today. Let's hope that things look up as we move closer to the budget now. All eyes will be on that. Stay tuned on to Business Today Television. Hope you have a great weekend, but lot more to track on this weekend. And when we come up next, it's going to be an action-packed week again. Stay tuned with us on Business Today. Join us as we explain the impact of the first budget of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's third term.
Your investments, your future. Watch how the budget drives India's Atmanirbhar markets.
From taxes to healthcare, from Manrega to Ayushman Bharat, we bring you all the policy moves.
Get expert insights on how Nirmala Sitharaman's 7th budget affects your finances.
Decode the big numbers and the new policies shaping our nation's future. Tune in to Business Today for Modinomics 3.0 live on Budget Day.
Presented by ICICI Direct, banking partner PNB.
The BJP's poor showing in UP has intensified friction with the organisation and set off a buzz over a tussle between Yogi Adityanath and Keshav Prasad Maurya. Back-to-back high-profile meetings in Lucknow and Delhi have only added fuel to the fire. After meeting BJP President JP Nadda and Prime Minister Modi in Delhi, the party's UP chief Bhupender Chaudhary has prepared a 15-page report on the Lok Sabha performance in the state. India Today has exclusively accessed details of the report. It says that BJP's vote share decreased by at least 8% in all 6 regions of UP, with the party's worst showing in Western UP and Kashi. Arbitrariness of administrators and government officials. Dissatisfaction of party workers with the state government. Continuous paper leaks for government job exams. Rajput community's displeasure. Statements made by party leaders about changing constitution. And the opposition's claim about reservation being abolished led to BJP's poor show. The party also believes that about 30 to 40,000 names of BJP's core voters were removed from the voter list by election officials at the lower level.